Ever feel like you're spending more time managing your productivity tools than actually being productive? In this video, I'll share why using fewer apps can boost your productivity and how you can streamline your digital workspace. Let's chat about it. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Russell, and this is Let's Chat Tech with Nick. Now, it's no secret, I am a huge productivity nerd, and in my job as a freelancer working from home, over the last 9 years, I've tried dozens and dozens of different apps and systems and ways to help me be more productive. With that said, the one thing I have learned is less is more. Now, what do I mean by that? The more productivity systems and apps that you use, you'll actually be more distracted, because the more apps you have, the more focused you'll be on that than actually getting your work done. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 reasons why this is true and talk about the system I use to be way more productive. Now, the first reason is app overload creates mental clutter. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, you could have Todoist open here, Samsung Notes here, Google Drive here, Notion here, and you have parts of your system in each and every different app you use. Now, the more apps you have, the more your brain is trying to focus on where things are than actually on the work that you need to get done. So let's break that down a little bit. For example, if you're creating a YouTube video, you could have your script in Google Docs. From there, you have all of your tasks to create the video in Todoist. And then from there, you have a system built out in Notion that talks about all the different processes you have, all your film shots, film locations, and everything like that. And then on top of it, you have another system in Evernote. And then you've jotted down notes in your research process in Samsung Notes. You have all the different notes and tasks in all different apps. And now you're struggling to find out where everything is instead of actually focusing on creating the video. The fix to that, have everything in one location, if not 2. For me, that's Notion. And in Notion, I have a full system built out. For example, creating YouTube videos, where it has specific to-do lists just for my videos, as well as all my scripting, all my filming locations, titles, captions, the whole 9 yards. And as well, all the files and notes that you need can be uploaded into Notion. Now, if you don't have the paid version, a workaround is using Google Drive, but sharing that Google Drive link directly into your Notion planning database. So all you have to do is click on the link in your Notion page and it'll bring up that file. So instead of going to 1,000 different apps all at once, you have everything in one location. Reason number 2, redundancy slows you down. Now, I love Todoist, and I still use Todoist as my main task list. But if you have tasks built out in Todoist, then you have Notion with another task list, and then say use your email inbox as a reminder and a quote unquote to-do list. So keeping emails that you need to work on and get done as tasks in your inbox. You'll always forget which area to look at, which app to look at, and you'll miss tasks that way. Centralizing everything into one app is the way to go, and it'll help you be a lot more productive. And a good way to do this is, for example, I use Todoist, and that's where all of my reoccurring tasks are and my time blocks. So what I need to do and the tasks I need to get done are all in Todoist, and that's the only spot for my main tasks. Now, I will use Notion, and not so much as a task, but Notion houses all of my content, all of my planning, all in one spot. And if there is a file in another location, it is automatically linked into Notion. So I only have 2 spots to look at instead of looking elsewhere. Now, using the YouTube example, in my YouTube planning template, there is a small task list just for YouTube videos. So that way I'm not planning a YouTube video and then tasks associated to that project in Todoist. That's all housed in one location, whereas my daily main tasks are in Todoist. So it keeps things a lot simpler, and I'm only looking in one, if not two, locations at the most. And lastly, reason number 3, minimal tools equals maximum customization. Now, what I mean by that is you want to use no more than 2 or 3 tools at max. You don't want to use Todoist, Notion, Google Drive, Google Calendar, and Slack, Evernote, Samsung Notes, and a whole handful of other tools. Now, you can use them, but as long as you have a way to house everything into one location. And that's where Notion for me comes in, and that could be a different app for you. So with Google Drive housing all of my files, I could easily link those or upload them right to Notion into the pages that I need. I have all of my tasks in one, and with Notion, for example, I'm not planning in a physical planner, or I'm not using the old way to plan like Samsung Notes and my digital planning. Everything now is planned in one location, and I don't have to look at my phone for one, look at the desktop for the other. Everything's housed all in one location, and then tasks in the next. So minimizing the amount of tools you have and where things get uploaded, the more productive you're actually going to be. Now, the least amount of tools you use, the better it is. And that's why I love Notion so much. Now, with Notion, I have 2 main databases, templates that I use for almost everything. Now, I use all of my content planning. I use Notion, and I created a content planning hub just for that. And in there, I have a separate inbox for all of my ideas to quickly capture them as I'm thinking about that. And a way to do that is using a widget on my phone to quickly capture ideas into an inbox, and then using the para method, I can organize it into projects, areas, resources, and then archive when I'm done with them. Not only that, I have a template inside of that main planning hub to create all of my social media content, all of my short form video content, a template to create my YouTube content, as well as email marketing and sales funnels. I have templates for all of that housed right in that Notion template. And on top of that, all of my planning, from my weekly review and planning to my monthly reviews, my quarterly reviews, and my yearly review and goal setting, is all in one Notion planning hub. And what I'll do is I'll link both of those below, so you can combine everything all into one platform, so you're not using many, and that in turn will help you be a lot more productive. Now, with that said, that's all I have for you this week. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you got a little bit out of the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and all that other fun stuff, and I'll see you on the next video.